gentlemen, good day pre-algebra. We are covering CO25 today. We're just going to focus on finding a new amount after a decrease, after a decrease by 5%. So we're talking about you go shopping, there's a sale. You're talking about you're addicted to your phone, so you want to kind of wean yourself off that a little bit. And like we saw in CO24, we've got two different methods that we can use here. One of them, finding the amount of the decrease first, okay, and the other one, finding the new total directly. Now think back to CO24. Who liked finding the amount of the increase first and having to add that to the original? Who liked the formula better for finding the new total directly? Why don't you raise your hands for? Well, thank you for the two people who didn't like either of them. Maybe that was the secret option C. Who liked both of them? Whose hands are tired? So they don't want to put them up in the air. Okay. So here we go. 25. We're finding the amount of the decrease first. The first situation is last week you talked on the phone for 200 minutes, and you want to decrease that by 30%. And so we're actually going to start the exact same way as we started with finding the amount of the increase first, is we're going to find the amount of the decrease first. It means we want to figure out what is 30% of 200. Okay? Because we want to figure out how much we want to take off that 200 and how much less we want to talk on the phone. We want to decrease it by 30%. We're going to figure out what that value is. So who wants to walk through how we can figure out 30% of 200? Back to PO23. We got fractions, we got percentage, we got multiplication method. 3 different ways to do it. How do you want to go about it? Yes, in the back. Percentages. Very good. All right. Thank you for the participation. So using the percentages method, we're breaking this down to 10%, right? First, we want to figure out what 10% of 200 is. Then work our way up to 30%. Okay? So what is 10% of 200? I'm not going to let you get away with this one. Someone's answering this question. Gregory. 20. Very good. How we came up with that was 10% means what goes into, in this case 200, 10 times. Okay? And so we get 20. But we don't want 10%, do we? We want 30%. So how many 10% make 30%? 3 of them. So we're going to multiply this by 3 to get what we want, which is 30%, which means we're going to multiply 20 by 3 to get what we want, which is 60. Okay? So back to our original question, 30% of 200. 30% of 200 is 60. And we use the percentages method to find that. Is 60 our final answer? No. 60 represents what? Not the increase, this time the decrease, right? We're decreasing 200 by 60. So what would our final step be? Yeah. Subtract, right? In CO24, once we got this percentage value, we added it, right? Because it was an increase. So since it's a decrease, it makes sense that we're going to subtract it. And so ultimately, I'm going to kind of squish it here in the corner. Hopefully you've got more space than I left myself here. But that's not going to work. I'm going to do it off to the side. So take that original 200, subtract the 60, which is 30%, the amount of decrease, and we're left with 140, which is how long you're going to talk on the phone the next month. 140 minutes, a week, or whatever it was. Okay? Finding the amount of the decrease first, very similar to what we did in CO24. The only difference is that instead of adding it, we're subtracting. Okay? Finding the new total directly. Again, we have a formula. It starts the same way as the amount of the increase did, except what do you think we're going to do in our parentheses? Remember, for an increase, we added the increase. So for a decrease, we're going to subtract. Okay? the original times 100% minus the decrease. Which, for a situation, our original value is 200, right? The amount of the decrease is 30%. We're taking 30% away from 100%. What's 100% minus 30%? Anthony? 70%. Okay? And this formula makes sense because if we didn't change our amount of time talking on the phone at all, we'd still be talking for 100% of the 200 minutes, right? It wouldn't change. We're talking for all of it. By taking 30% off, we're now only talking for 70% of the 200. Not the whole thing. We've decreased it. What's 70% as a decimal? Nolan. 0.7 or 0.70, right? And what is 200 times 0.70? Spoiler alert, we already found it. What is it? 140. Okay? You didn't have to do anything extra here because what this formula does is it takes the original value, it has that 100%, and you're already subtracting the 30% from it. Here, you found the 60, then subtracted from the total, or from the original. The formula does it for you. Okay? What do you think? Oh, thank you. That's right, the standing ovation. Okay, all right, very good. Video game. What was a video game situation? I don't want to scroll up to the page so I'll lose all my writing placement. What do we got? The original price of the game is $80. This week's on sale for 75% off. What a deal. Okay? So we are finding 75% of 80, right? We're finding the amount of the decrease first. Who wants to walk us through how we can calculate 75% of